Shuddhasvatika Sankasham Panchavaktram Trilochanam Vrisharudam Darabhujam Rundamala Vibhushanam. In this video, the remaining part of Srishtikand of Rudra Samhita will be seen. Method of worshipping Shivalinga. After performing the rituals like Achaman and Pranayama, a devotee should apply a Tripunda on his forehead and wear a Rudraksha on his body. After the study of Shantipat and Devata Namaskar, he should make a resolution if he has any wish to be fulfilled. Then the worship of Shivalinga should be done with the help of Mahimastavan and offering flowers to the Shivalinga. The purity of the mantra should be maintained while chanting them. Making offerings in the form of lotus, Shatapatra, Shankapushpi, the leaves of wood apple tree helps a man in attaining wealth and prosperity. The origin of Kailash and Vaikunt. After Lord Shiva vanished, Brahma transformed into a swan and Vishnu into a boar. First of all, Brahma created water. He poured a palmful of water in it and an egg manifested which consisted of all the 24 elements. This egg was enormous and Brahma was confused. So he did penance. Vishnu appeared before him. On Brahma's request, Vishnu entered into that egg. As a result of this, Kailash mountain and all the 7 worlds came into existence. After that, the static living things were created, which symbolize the tamasic guna. After that, Brahma created 4-footed animals like cows and ox. Even then, Brahma was not satisfied, so he went into meditation. As a result, the deities were created, which symbolized sattva guna. Once again, he meditated, and the human species came into existence, which symbolized Rajasaguna. He then created spirits like ghosts. Next, he created his 5 Manasaputras, but they turned out to be ascetics, and this made him angry. So he did tremendous penance to have a darshan of Lord Shiva. The emergence of Rudravatar and creation. Brahma's penance made Lord Shiva manifest in his incarnation of Rudra from in between the eyebrows in the form of Ardhanarishvara. On Brahma's request, Shiva created Rudragana resembling him but said he could not create mortals. So, with the permission of Shiva, Brahma created the 5 basic elements and all types of arts. He also created time. Brahma created sage Marichi from his eyes, sage Brigu from his heart, sage Angira from his head, sage Pulaha from Vayanavayu, sage Pulatsya from his Udanavayu, sage Vashishta from his Samanavayu, sage Kratu from his Apanavayu, sage Atri from his ear, Daksha Prajapati from his vital air, Narada from his lap, sage Kardam and Dharma from his shadow. Brahma divided his body into 2 parts, and from here Manu and Shatarupa manifested. Both of them got married. Priyavrata and Uttanapa were the 2 sons born to them. Shatarupa gave birth to 3 daughters as well, Akuti, Devahuti and Prasuti. Sage Ruchi was married to Akuti, Sage Kardam was married to Devahuti, and Daksha Prajapati was married to Prasuti. Sage Yagya and Dakshayana were born to Sage Ruchi and Akuti. Numerous daughters were born to Sage Kardam and Devahuti. 24 daughters were born to Daksha and Prasuti. Daksha married 13 of his daughters to Dharma. The rest of his daughters were married to sages like Pulatsya, etc. All the 3 worlds are inhabited by the progenies of these sages. Sati was one of his daughters who married Lord Shiva. Thus, Brahma created this world with the permission of Shiva. Gunanidhi, the Brahmin's son. Brahma narrated this story to Narada. Once there lived a Brahmin by name Yagyadat in Kampilya Nagara who was proficient in the performance of Somayagya. He had a son named Gunanidhi. Though he was a scholar, he was irreligious and kept bad company. One day, Yagyadat came to know that Gunanidhi had lost numerous ornaments and other properties in the gamble. His wife never told about the negative side of their son to her husband. This made Yagyadat angry. He abandoned his wife and son and married another woman. Gunanidhi's heart was now full of remorse and repented for his past actions. Now he saw some villagers going towards the temple carrying prasad in their hands. Since Gunanidhi was hungry, he followed them. In the night, when the devotees were asleep, he entered the premises of the temple. He could not see as a result of dim light. So he tore some pieces of cloth and made a thick wick and put it in the lamp. He carried the fruits and other offerings and tried to sneak out, but the noise woke up one of the devotees. His cries woke up the others and they chased Gunanidhi. He was caught and given a thrashing. As a result, Gunanidhi died. The Shivaganas prevented Yamaduts from carrying his soul to Yamaloka. They informed the Yamadutas that Gunanidhi was entitled for Shivaloka as he had devoutly observed the Shivaratri fast and listened to the tales of Shiva and lighted up the lamp which was about to go off. In this way, Gunanidhi attained Shivaloka. In his next birth, he was born as a son of the king Arindam, the king of Kalinga. He was called Dama. By the blessings of Lord Shiva, he became the king of Alkapuri and was called Kubera. Lord Shiva and Parvati appeared before him. When Kubera opened his eyes, they were dazzled by the radiance of Shiva. Later on, his sight was restored, but he felt jealous of Parvati, who was present by the side of Shiva. He glanced cruelly towards her. As a result of this, his left eye lost the power of sight. Shiva told Parvati that he was her son. Lord Shiva assured him that he will be present in the vicinity of Alkapuri and become the king of kings. Shiva goes to Kailash. Kubera's penance made Rudra play his damru. Hearing it, all the deities, including Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, appeared before him. Rudra was pleased with Kubera that he decided to stay near him. Kubera, with the help of Vishwakarma, built a beautiful city near Alkapuri. An auspicious moment was chosen, and Shiva went to live at Kailash mountain. Thus ends the episode of creation in Rudra Samhita. In the next video, we will see the Sati Kand of Rudra Samhita. Om Namah Shivaya.